So I'm just going to stop here. We're about to hit the Adlands anyway. I'm not finishing, I'm just going to use the toilet. So I'll go onto the BRB screen and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. But welcome back, everybody. We have returned to answer Hamas's question about the dollary dues. As long as you're in a stream, you will get dollary dues. So just to look at mine. Yes. As you can see, we got quite a lot ourselves. So that's kind of why Neil's got so many. And as long as you've sort of got the stream open, so probably just from watching mine and his, that's why he's got so much money. Yeah, you pretty much just get them for being in the streams. What have you been buying, Hamed? Have you been using more than Pokeballs? But as long as you've got the Pokeballs, it doesn't matter too much. A level 40 Magikarp. Wow, this must be a stubborn Magikarp if it doesn't want to evolve. I want to target the Fisherman first for Roserade. Of course, you've got a Gyarados. The Gyarados. A little bit lower level than what we've just been dealing with. But it could have ice moves, right? That's why we still got Luxray. Maybe the battles, if you're not winning the battles, you might lose money. That might be the only other thing. Have you joined the Discord? So you get your Poke Daily. I know it's not usually too much, but every little helps. So you got a Trevenant, two Gallades, a Shiinotic, and a Shedinja. Okay. I have not done a single battle on it, so that's why I don't know anything about it. You're not copying my Sheninja strat, are you? Just because we walled Lucario from Maylene's gym. Didn't see a thing. She was annihilated. But it's pretty much just be in a stream with it in and you'll get loads of money. That's probably, like, Neil's probably classed as watching as well, so on his stream, so he's now getting a load. And there's probably others that were doing it as well. The Remoraid is scary, I'm not gonna lie. But not today. Oh, there's somebody I know who comes in occasionally who's completed the Pokédex 4 or 5 times, and every time you complete it you get a shiny charm, I believe. So they've got a lot. It's more fun when events are on, definitely. Which I believe starts, I think someone said there's one starting Sunday, maybe Monday for us. So sometimes you used to see them with stars around their names, and if you get certain amounts within a certain amount of time, you'll get more you get rewards. There's like weekly tasks as well, so you could get Pokemon that way, and other prizes to evolve stuff, but never really looked into what they are and how to use them. Finian, haven't seen one of you before. A little bit scared that my Luxray is a bit stronger than I would like it to be. Maybe Luxray could wiggle its way back into the final team. I'm not completely sure yet. It's one of those Pokemon that sort of sat in the middle of it could be great, it could be bad. We do still have an encounter here, but Floatzel's the only thing that's really, really good, but I'm not going to use Floatzel when I've got Gastrodon for Alligator and Gyarados. I could Radar for Fluffy, but I've got this, so I've got Luxray, I don't need Fluffy. Chatot's rubbish. I can get another Water-type Fishing, which I don't really need. There's a chance of a Lapras in Victory Road, but it could also be Onix or Steelix or Floatzel. And yeah, I might be able to get a Gloom as well, which is quite an interesting one. Gloom or Victory or Weeping Bell. So I've written down all the encounters I could potentially get, pretty much, but there isn't too much. We have got the cave, well, the underground, the big area only to do in Sunny Side, whatever it's called. The town we're coming up to, and I think I can get to it from Victory Road as well. Giga Drain really doesn't have enough PP, does it? Trevelyan only needs Trick, Skill Room, and Leper. Glade needs Thunder Wave. TR need another Shiinotic to make 6 IV, and then Sheninda is in BDSP breeding. What's wrong with just catching Nincada in Sword and Shield? What did Nincada ever do to you? It'll be level 60 as well. I don't think the IVs are going to make too much difference when trying to catch with Sheninja, because I'm assuming it's so it doesn't get hit rather than does too much damage. You had to have the Gyarados, didn't you, sir? Maybe it's time to put Thunderbolt back on my own Gyarados. But if we could get a radar Pokemon to actually turn up, it would be nice. We haven't been very good at radar yet, so hopefully we get better at it. You're doing too much damage here, sir. as well. Not impressed. Please just have Magikarps. Okay, you are level 48. Damn. Koraidon has been handled very poorly over here. Does that mean you haven't got one yet on your end? Well, I've seen some people say they were getting so few given out. But I guess anything is so somebody can make a buck off Pokemon again. But then in Europe, from what I understand, it's pretty bad too, with the 2 countries that have got it, where you actually have to take your Switch to the shop, which is not the most ideal thing. 50 cards per store. Yes, it is pretty terrible. I said before, I don't get why they just didn't do another 2 weeks like the Beads of Ruin. Like, what was the harm in that? It worked nicely. Everybody played your game more, Pokemon. So why not just carry on doing that? Realistically, it worked nicely. But because the thing is, I was trying to get somebody to potentially get one for me, but they don't play the Pokemon games. That's not me saying that because we can't get them here. Not because to sell or anything. But 50 per shop is just stupid, really. Because what are you going to do with a shiny one? Like, the more you put out there, the less likely people are going to be trying to sell them as well. At the end of the day, if you had 1,000 per shop and there was 400 left over, if they're given away free, who cares? Like, at the end of the day. But it's even worse, isn't it? Because I think you can only get it in the respective game as well. So I can't just put in my Violet game and get them both in Violet. I've got to do one in Violet, one in Scarlet. Alright, I could have just skipped right through here. Anything in here of worth? That doesn't look promising. Okay. The Pikachu only run? That must be the part of the series where Neil has all the hat Pikachus for the form one. Okay, you're fine. You're not going to do anything. Anything here worthwhile? Item-wise? Like, I haven't really researched items. Honey? I don't need honey. Don't want honey. No. You got the second Shinotic? Nice. With all of the DAs you've done over the years, I thought you would have collected the things you needed from the DAs. See if this does enough. Bit of research. You could be used. You could be a backup because you have a fairy move you can learn. So you might be my answer for Cynthia. Let's be honest. Maybe we'll come back to these trainers. Feebas. Splash and tackle, right? Splash and tackle, baby. You're like the pretty Magikarp, aren't you? Okay, that wasn't enough. Interesting. That's going to hurt now, isn't it? No? Okay. Now, I don't know if anyone else has ever used Fanatical before. But if you have you? But they do this thing where you can buy 20 mystery keys for £14, and I thought I'd give it a go. Hammers is after the Squovit. Will it be shiny? Have you got a shiny yet, Hammers, from it? Or not? Also, when the events are on, that's when you can get the gifts